as part of the road subgrade and pavement engineering class. Today I'm continuing chapter 5 for asphalt pavement, and we are in part 2, competition design. The design of flexible pavement is based on the principle that for a load of any magnitude, the intensity of the load diminishes as the load is transferred downwards from the surface by virtue of spreading over an increasingly large area by carrying it deep enough into the ground through successive layers of gradual materials. In this part, I will cover 3 subsections: structural combination and typical structures in China and general requirements. The 2 main tasks for competition design. The first is to select asphalt pavement and layer materials, and the second is to initialize pavement layer thickness. Let's look at the structures. Seal coat is the thin asphalt layer treatment used to increase or to restore the water and skidding resistance of road surface. Seal coat may be covered with aggregates when used to increase skidding resistance. Surface layer can be 1 to 3 layers. The first is the wearing course. It is the topmost sublayer in the absence of a seal coat of the pavement. This is typically constructed of dense graded asphalt concrete. The primary design objective for the surface course are waterproofing, skidding resistance, rutting resistance, and smoothness. Wearing course can be materials like dense graded asphalt mixture, stone matrix asphalt for its strong skidding resistance, and open graded friction course for drainage purpose. The wearing course can be materials like dense graded asphalt mixture with nominal maximum aggregate size 13 or 16 and 3 to 5% air voids. The mid layer and the lower surface layer are binding layers. That is a transition layer between wearing surface and base layer. Binding course are also called the asphalt base course. Is the hot mix asphalt immediately below the wearing course. It generally has a coarse aggregate gradation and often a lower asphalt content than the surface course. A bind course may be used as part of a thick asphalt layer, either for economical reasons. The lower quality asphalt concrete in the binder course has lower material cost than the higher asphalt content concrete in the surface course. Or if the overall thickness of the surface layer is too great to be paved in one lift. The mid layer and the bottom layer can be materials like dense graded asphalt mixture with nominal maximum aggregate size 20 or 25 and 3 to 5% air voids. Tie coat is applied on top of stabilized base layer and between lifts in thick asphalt concrete surface layers to promote bonding of the layers. Prime coat is applied on the untreated aggregate base layer to minimize flow of asphalt cement from the asphalt concrete to the aggregate base and to promote a good interface bonding. Prime coats are often used to stabilize the surface of the base to support the above paving construction activities. Cutback asphalt, which is the asphalt cement blended with a petroleum solvent, is typically used because of its great depth penetration. The base is a layer or layers of specified or select material of designed thickness placed on a subbase or subgrade to provide a uniform and stable support for binder and surface course. The base layer typically provides a significant portion of the structural capacity in a flexible pavement. The subbase is the layer or layers of specified or selected materials of designed thickness. Placed on subgrade to support a base course, the subbase layer is usually of somewhat lower quality than the base layer. In some cases, the subbase layer may be treated with Portland cement or asphalt or lime, fly ash, or combinations of these admixtures to increase its strength and stiffness. The capping layer or functional layer not only serves to strengthen the subgrade but also to protect the road formation during construction. It serves as haul roads for construction traffic during the construction stage. Moreover, it protects the subgrade from weathering such as wetting or freezing. The subgrade is the top surface of a roadbed upon which the pavement structure and shoulders are constructed. The purpose of the subgrade is to provide a platform for construction of the pavement and to support the pavement without undue deflection that would impact the pavement's performance. For common pavement types in China, asphalt stabilizer base layer and unbound gradual base layer are both treated as flexible base layer. Flexible base layer can be materials like hot mix asphalt macadam or graded crushed stone. Gradual materials can only be used for traffic level at heavy or below heavy. Asphalt materials can be used for all traffic levels. Semi-rigid base layer can be materials like cement or lime fly ash stabilized crushed stone. It can be used for all traffic levels. Rigid base layer can be materials like lean cement concrete, plain cement concrete, or reinforced cement concrete. Cement concrete can be used for heavy or above heavy traffic levels. In terms of general requirements for subgrade, it needs to be stable, dense, uniform, and have enough bearing capacity. Drainage conditions for cut-fill transition section and a cut section for areas with a large amount of rainfall needs to be enhanced. Leveling course with 20 to 30 centimeters thick should be installed on rock subgrade or rock fill subgrade. Measures should be taken for control of entry of underground water and surface water. For base and sub-base layer, they should have enough bearing capacity, fatigue cracking resistance, long durability, and water stability. And for base layer with asphalt materials or gradual materials, it should have strong permanent deformation resistance. A reclaimed asphalt pavement or reclaimed semi-rigid material can be used on base or sub-base layer for all traffic levels. Plant mixed reclaimed asphalt pavement is best for base layer and extremely heavy, very heavy and heavy traffic level. For base layer with semi-rigid material, the following can be used to reduce its contraction and reflective cracking. You can select cracking-resistant materials for the base layer. You can also increase the thickness of the asphalt surface layer or install a layer with graded stone or asphalt stabilized crushed stone on semi-rigid materials. In addition, you can install a stress-absorbing layer like a graded crushed stone or geogrid materials on semi-rigid base layer. For sub-base layer and wet or moist conditions, sub-base layer with gradual material or functional layer with gradual materials should be used. For surface layer, it needs to be smooth, rutting resistant, fatigue cracking resistant, low temperature cracking resistant, water damage resistant. Wearing course also needs to be skidding resistant and abrasion resistant. Open graded surface layer can be used for areas with special requirements on skidding, drainage, and noise reduction. Waterproof layer should be installed beneath it. For dense graded and stone matrix asphalt, the layer thickness should be no less than 2.5 times of the nominal maximum aggregate size. For open graded, the layer thickness should be no less than 2 times of the nominal maximum aggregate size. That's all for my today's lecture. Thank you.